Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John, and today I've got a review of The Ethereal Transit Society by Thomas Vaughan. Now, I received this book in the mail about 2 months ago. I don't even remember asking for it. I know I didn't order it, but what I probably did was I reached out to Bad Dream Entertainment, which is the publisher, and asked them for books for review, or in exchange for honest review, excuse me, and they sent me this. Like I said, though, I don't remember doing that. But anyway, I got the book. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and read the synopsis for you, and then I will give you my thoughts on this book. All right? Not all doomsday cults are wrong about the end of the world. Believing their late mentors calling them from the grave, the last surviving members of a modern doomsday cult travel across the country to reclaim his body in preparation for the end times he preached about. Tracing their leader's echo through a cosmic signal known to them as the transit frequency brings them to the rural outback of Arkansas, where his presence has drastic and dangerous effects on anything living. Time, though, is running out for the last of the remnants of the Ethereal Transit Society as they attempt to track down his final resting place and unlock the mysteries of the coming apocalypse before they become victims of it. So reading the synopsis of that, I was kind of apprehensive about even reading this book because, truth be known, I'm really not into fiction or books about cults. It bores me. So I went into this with a lot of apprehension as far as reading it and whether I was going to enjoy it. But truth be known, I whizzed through this book. It's 132 pages, I believe. I whizzed through this book in about an hour and a half. I ended up pretty much loving it. I'm going to give it a 5-star rating, and I believe it's deservedly so. You know, and the reason also thing is, I want to say this, is I don't feel like I'm necessarily qualified to review a book about cults, especially doomsday cults, since they are not something that I'm necessarily interested in. I believe there are better people out there than me that are probably going to give you a better review of this book. But when you take this doomsday cult and you have 3 members of it, and it's narrated. It's in first-person narration by one of them. His name is oh, good Lord, I'm trying to remember his name. I cannot remember his freaking name, and it's it's so much on the tip. Simon. All right. There is one thing about Simon. It's going to be a trigger warning. You know, like it says they're looking for their dead leader. Well, something really drastic happened to the leader and to the rest of them. And one of those things is, and again, trigger warning, Simon had in the past attempted suicide, but he failed. And pretty much half his face is gone. He's got to wear this mask over part of his face. But, you know, when you get this doomsday cult of these 3 people, this remaining members of it, excuse me, and you put them in Arkansas with a bunch of local yokels that don't take very kindly to strangers, don't take very kindly to people that are different from them, and you up the ante right there, you know, to where any moment some crazy local yokel redneck is going to, you know, blow these folks' head off with a shotgun, whether they're going to, you know, do a deliverance act on them and make them squeal like a pig and stuff like that. Now you're talking about my kind of horror, okay? Then it becomes kind of, instead of just being doomsday cult horror, it kind of becomes a little bit about survival horror. And that's where I come in, okay? That's the things that I like about this book. And I expected this book to be one of those where it says they're traveling and everything. You know, I got to admit, I expected more traveling, but whenever it sets the whole thing right there in this small town in Arkansas, that one of the characters says that if the earth had an asshole, then this would be it. This would be the earth's asshole, you know. So it gives you an idea of what this town is like, gives you an idea of what the people are like. Like I said, that was where I got my enjoyment out of this book, is watching these 3, you know, weirdos, for a lack of a better word. And if I'm out here, if I'm offending anybody that's part of a cult, I am so sorry, you know. But other than that, they're weirdos, okay? That's just it. They are freaking weirdos. They believe this weirdo, charismatic guy, and they nearly got them killed. And now they're in this situation where they're about to get killed too. Now, where does the cosmic come in? There is cosmic to this. This ethereal transit light or whatever it's called. It does exist. It is, to be honest with you, it kind of reminds me of H.P. Lovecraft's. And yes, I know a lot of people do not like to mention Lovecraft's name, but this is cosmic horror, and he was a big part of it. He pretty much created it. Okay. Anyway, this ethereal transit light, or whatever it is they call it in here, let me see, transit frequency. It kind of, in a way, reminded me of his story, The Color Out of Space. I kind of wondered if Thomas Vaughn, the author, kind of got an inspiration for this story from that. All right? So, I don't really know what more to say about this book, except that I didn't expect to love it. And I did. Because like I said, doomsday cults are not my thing. Cosmic horror, however, is my thing. Survival horror with, rednecks that will do their best to make you squeal like a pig. Come on, boy! That kind of stuff is stuff I enjoy too, because it's just my kind of freaking weird horror, all right? So yeah, that is my strange, odd, weird review of the Ethereal Transit Society. I got the picture on here, so you can't really see the book that I'm holding up. I do have the physical copy of it. Like I said, I'm going to give this 5 stars. It just came out of nowhere for me, and I loved it. All right? So that is my review for it. This is going to post on Tuesday afternoon at 2:30 in the afternoon, as usual. So until then, thank you for watching, and stay safe out there. Bye.